Hello everyone, this is Srinivasan, a fine art photographer at Distance Skater, coming to meet you guys with another video. And today we are interviewing Mr. Julio Eduardo, an pharmacist, and he is into medical field actually, and he is a long distance skater as well, and he is coming from Brazil. So it's the land of quite many things, a lot of attractions. So we welcome him for the show, and let's talk to him. Hello, sir.
Hello, Krishnan.
So how are you today?
I'm fine. Just a little tired from a short long distance skate workout. It's quite hot here in São Paulo.
Nice to hear that, sir. I got to say that you interviewed me by August 2022, and for your website. I'm so glad that I did that. And today you have given me an golden opportunity to interview you for my YouTube channel. So I got to thank you for that.
It was a great interview to learn about his story as a skater and photographer.
Sir, even though your native language is Portuguese, I think you speak really good English.
Oh, yes. For me, it's a big challenge, but I understand that is an important moment and I couldn't say no to your invitation.
Sir, from my understanding, with the interviews that I have done so far, most of the distance skaters have not spoken with each other, except for the few who are coming from the same locality, like from the US or from Brazil or from Germany or from Netherlands or any other part of the world. And if you have done podcasts and interviews by the people like me who are trying to connect with them. So I think probably for the world, your interview is for the very first time. They're going to see you talk for the very first time. So it'll be nice if you could introduce yourself for our audience.
Well, I have been a skateboarder for about 20 years. I was into the downhill slide modality for a long time. I migrated to the long distance skate about 7 years ago. I'm 46 years old. I live in São Paulo, Brazil. I'm married and I have two teenage children. I have a degree in clinical pharmacy, a master degree in health science, and I work in public health.
Sure. How does being a pharmacist help you with the food habits, and how does it help you with long distance skating?
Yes, of course. It helps me to have a balance of mind, body, and good nutrition, and it helps me in long distance skating. I have high blood pressure. I take my medication on time, and I did maintain a good diet and practice sports. Skate is health, really, really.
Sure, I understand you kind of handle quite a lot of Instagram accounts. Till this date, if I remember correctly, or like by the time I gave you the questions, you were handling three Instagram accounts. So kindly tell us about those things.
In fact, there are now four accounts of Instagram. My personal account, the one from LDS São Paulo that promotes the modality here in the city, the LDS in Brazil with dissemination at the national level. I recently opened JEPs eventos esportivos if focus on organizing the long distance skate event in São Paulo. It's not easy. I always post about the modality in Brazil or in other countries.
Sir, I framed the questions based on your personal Instagram account, and I didn't see you kind of mentioned anything about bicycling or you riding a fixie in your Instagram bio. So kindly tell us like how long you've been bicycling as an alternative sport to distance skating.
Good question. I like alternative sports, and one of them is the fixer bike. I mounted it a little while ago for a small training session.
Sir, I see a lot of posts about coffee on your Instagram page. So, if I have to give you a choice between coffee and long distance skating, which one will you choose?
Oh my god, this is hard. I love both. I love both. I have a coffee plant at home. I do small harvest. I separated the best beans. I roast the coffee and enjoy the coffee drink. And then I go to my training. So the answer is both.
Sir, I've known Brazil through carnivals, through festives, through movies, songs, etc. And when I got into skating, actually, I started with freelance skates very late at my age, like 37 or so. And I slowly learned about surf skating as well. So that's when I studied about Yo surf skates from Brazil, which kind of opened quite a lot of things or a new world that is there in Brazil, with surf skating. So, have you tried surf skating? What is your favorite surf skateboard?
Yes, Brazil is culturally very rich, and we love sports from football, surfing, and skateboarding. Uh, Regarding surf skate, I never practiced it, but I know skateboarders in São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, and Espírito Santo. Many use the pump track in São Paulo. I don't have a favorite company.
Sir, have you tried uphill or downhill skating?
I I train in pushing uphill using regular mode and Mongo mode. Training place with a few descents and flat space.
Sir, you were very inspiring even at age 46. And tell us about your long distance skating activities. Like, what do you do? Do you have a group that you ride along in Brazil, or like, do you go for regular weekend long distance skating rides? Please tell us about that.
Thank you very much. I do regular training early in the morning on weekend around a square near my house. The place has a great asphalt and a little movement by car. We have the LGS São Paulo group that holds meeting to training together on the bike paths in public parks.
Sir, congratulations for having the very first long distance skating race in Brazil or in your place. And this, news about the long distance skating in Brazil happening, was published in Skate IDSA website's article as well. So, kindly tell us about the whole story.
Yes, we are very happy as it was the first event specifically modality after the approval of the technical books of the São Paulo Skate Federation. The event took place within the schedule of the São Paulo Sport Tour, organized by the Sport Secretariat and member of LGS São Paulo. The location was the bike path of the extreme sports skate. I'm sorry. the Extreme Sports Park. It was a free event with 60 seats. Our from support companies. The IJSA also supports the events and shared it on their blog. So thank you all for winning this t-shirt of event Virada Esportiva 2022.
Sir, I really like the music that is happening in Brazil. So, if you happen to have any playlist of songs that you actually listen to when you're doing long distance skating, kindly share with us so that I could put it as a QR code in this video session, And please do tell us about what kind of music that you love to listen to when you're doing long distance skating.
So I'm very eclectic about music. I prefer alternative rock to the electronic music. They are indispensable in my training, and I will share my playlist. Okay.
Sir, how skate friendly is Brazil, or like wherever you live in?
Skateboarding in Brazil is among the 10 most practiced sports. We have a room to grow as sports, and the long distance skateboarding is on the right path.
Sir, kindly tell us about your LDP setup.
Sure. Uh, I have two skates, one in form of custom platform of cover boards. It's was G-bomb set. Truck Paris. The seismic speed vent wheels. It's custom. Cover boards. Julio Eduardo. And this shape is a launch from Ville Skate. I helped in the design of this shape. Well, he has a truck penalty and tracker and wheels from Rule Skate board. Access the website of the skate, Ville Skate, for more details.
That's really a wonderful choice of boards. One bracket board setup and one top mount board setup. That's really nice. That's really nice. Uh, Sir, did you get any chance to meet Mr. Adrian Ho when he was skating or longboarding all around the world and when he came to Brazil or so?
Good question, good question. I was following the skate trip many countries he was doing in 2018. When he arrived in South America, I contacted him on Facebook so he could participate in the LDS Brazil Live along with the people from LDP Rio de Janeiro and LDS São Paulo. He said yes. Stayed overnight at our tour house, owner of Rule Skateboard. He and Felipe Scofaro helped with the translation. On that day, Nikolai from Bossa Board was also interviewed. Adrian is a great skater, super respectful and charismatic. It was a great interview, really, really. The link is shared in the description of this video.
Please do share those links with us. Sir, tell us about your family. Who else are distant skaters from your family?
Well, here at home we are three people, me, my wife, and my youngest son. My other son lives with his wife in another house. They skated a little and stopped early. My wife works in organizing parties, and they support me in what I do.
Sir, I saw a coffee cup picture with your bicycle, and it had some wordings in it. It read like live with no excuses, travel with no regrets. So, is that what you live by?
Yes, yes. I think it's important to enjoy every moment we are alive, whether it's with my family or with my friends. Hit and miss is part of life. On that cup of coffee is writing machine for make morning, máquina de fazer manhãs. That is, every day is a new day of learning.
Sir, do you like foot biking? Have you tried one?
Great question. I find it very interesting, and I'm thinking of buying one in the future, but I would need to import it to Brazil.
Sir, I understand you are a voracious reader. Do you distance skate to a quiet and calm place like a park or a library to read books? Do you like a physical copy of a book or a e-book, instead? Uh, Share with us the kind of books that you read and the ones that you're reading right now.
So I like to read books about coffee, its history and technical aspect of a production, books about public health, and recently about programming. This reading I do at home because I find it calmer and I prefer book to a book.
Sir, do you like slalom skating? Have you tried it? Like, have you tried doing slalom skating with a LDP board?
I've been reading on my friend Kavalaska's skateboard. It's very different as it is a tailor and was specific trucks for the slalom. In slalom, the curves between the cones are very short and fast. I admire slalom.
Yeah, I do follow Mr. Kawalaska on Instagram. I do like how he does the slalom skating and stuff. And have you tried longboarding on a treadmill like Adam Ornelas from Blue Ridge Project?
No, no, not yet. It's a good idea for the day of a heavy rain or to keep your body active. Who know one day?
Sir, how many distance skaters you have interviewed so far? Who is the next? Um, do you have Zoom calls with these distance skaters quite often? Tell us about that.
We are resuming the project here in Brazil with a live mediated by me and Hercules from LDP Espírito Santo. We will have the Brazilian who participated in the last ultra. His name is Vinicius Campos, and we are closing at data. Your idea is great.
Sir, is skateboarding part of your cross training activity, or what other cross training activities you do, like apart from, distance skating?
I usually the functional exercise at home at least twice a week.
Sir, I think we have come to the end of our interview session. And if you have any message to convey to the distance skating community, please go ahead and do that. The stage is yours.
I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to talk a little bit about my history at LDP or LGS. Sorry for the difficult with the English language, but as I said, we are always learning. A hug for all community in Brazil that use LGP and for people from other countries. Be in peace. Thank you.
Oh, Nandri, sir. It was a pleasure talking with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Have a wonderful day, sir.
Okay. Um, I wish you a great day too. Bye bye.